And I appreciate seeing someone who looks like me because I am full figured. And not all statues, and I'm not always going to have on my waist trainer and my skims and give myself the hourglass figure. Sometimes I'm going to look like that.
But
And
it's
that's
not only the weight. And I want to emphasize that because I think everyone's just stuck on the weight.
oh wow, because when you said I take pride in my 20-inch waist, and I was
I
like, yes,
do. I worked hard for this. I
yeah,
get up
and you
every day. I
should.
go to the gym for 2 hours. I was on a
That's
Stairmaster for an hour
amazing.
and 40 minutes today.
But
I
I
put in the
also
work. I don't
believe,
eat after 8 o'clock. I don't
I
make
know.
excuses for myself. So when I say
I hadn't even seen the statue. All I saw was girls going in on it. It's monstrous. It's fat, black, and nasty. And I was like, what is this? And when I went and saw it, I said, this looks like five girls in Walmart right now.
they said the statue represents black women of the black diaspora, Caribbean, Southern,
Not that.
Northern,
They want
Eastern.
to change that, not that. We don't look like that. Not how we look. Big booty, very small. Come on now. We don't look like that. Chop that down. Chop that way. They are not bringing us down. We have to uplift ourselves. We have to love ourselves. So if you ladies out there walking about in a t-shirt and a pair of leggings, take them off. Take them off.
Tell us, what are your thoughts on the statue?
I'm so upset. I'm so upset because this really communicates how they see us, that we are these overweight, we don't care about our bodies, our presentation. In fact, I think it just depicts us as unhealthy, overweight, combative, literally all the negative stereotypes that you hear online.
As someone with a 20-inch waistline who takes pride in both the inner and outer work, I have to say this statue in Times Square does not represent me or the women I know walking the streets of New York City. I grew up in Harlem, New York, where being fly is embedded in our DNA. You wouldn't dare step outside without a fresh washing set, square French tips, neat braids, the flyest outfit, and the latest kicks. No, no, no. And if you did, trust, you were being called out. Our mothers, our grandmothers, our ancestors, if they didn't teach us anything else, they taught us to keep ourselves put together, to always show up looking our best. Because as a Black woman, we never ever had the luxury of not caring. We are judged at first glance by how we speak, how we dress, how we carry ourselves, and even how we shine can cost us our life. And somewhere along the way, maybe some of that pride got lost. And this is why I and so many of the gorgeous, beautiful Black women on TikTok and social media remind you of who you are and how you can work to be the best version of yourself. And we must start by thanking Shira Seven, the pioneer of the Level Up movement, for starting this conversation and reminding us who we are and what we deserve. Because my perception of Black women, how I see them through my eyes, they prioritize their physical fitness. They dress well, face eats, body tea. They show up for each other and love on each other. They take pride in who they are and support one another. So while this statue might reflect the experiences of some, it doesn't represent the vast majority of women I know, teach, speak to, or pass by on the streets of New York. The women I know carry themselves with pride, with intention, with legacy. But I'm glad it sparked a bigger conversation about how others think we should show up, and more importantly, how we choose to represent ourselves.
We are having what it seems to be a very important conversation. When I created that video about the statue, if I'm being honest, I didn't think I would get so much backlash. I wasn't expecting so many negative comments. I was like, wow. This is what we think of ourselves? Thank you, Holly. This is who we think we are. This is what we should accept. Wow. The reason why I went through the history of growing up in Harlem, of growing up in New York City, And I was emphasizing that the women that I was around took pride in how they put themselves together. No matter their size, no matter how much money they had or didn't have, people in New York, the women in New York, had a sense of pride about how they put themselves together, especially in Harlem. Furs, silks, heels, boots, leather, makeup, lip liners, eyelashes, mascara. Those are the ladies I remember from New York City. So when I see a sculpture or a statue in the middle of Times Square of all places, where there are tourists from all around the world visiting that location, and if that was their first, let's say, depiction of a black woman, that would be the wrong one in my eyes. The woman doesn't have on a brassiere. She doesn't have on a bra. They could have put her in a nice blouse. They could have gave her some nice earrings. They could have put her in a nice dress, some high heels, a purse, lipstick, a little bit of mascara. But no, she's braless. She's thrown in a t-shirt and some leggings. And even the shoe it's a boot. I don't even know. It looks like a worker boot. If I'm being honest, if we're going beyond her weight, because we're not even talking about the weight part, how she's presenting herself. The black women that I know of New York would have put themselves together, old and young. A lash, hair done, a purse, a dress, a blouse, some nice slacks. But no, we get leggings, a t-shirt, and no bra. Leggings, a t-shirt, and no bra. Hand on hip, like this. I'm tired. I had a long day. Couldn't even sculpt her dignified. Even if she was in a t-shirt and leggings, we couldn't have her upright like this. Shoulders up, chin up, back straight. No. Couldn't even do that. So we're going to have the discussion. You guys can come up and give your 2 cents. And make sure your camera's on. And let me also say this. I'm not your punching bag, okay? Just be mindful. I'm not your punching bag. So if you're going through something with your man, your husband, your boyfriend, your friends who not answering the phone, your mother or your father, don't come up here taking it out on me. Okay? I'm not saying you have to agree with me. I'm not looking for people to agree with me. But don't come up here taking out your frustrations you're going through with your man, your friends, or your family out on me. We not doing that, babe. Okay? No. No stress. I just want to make that crystal clear. Request to join the live.
Let me see. Can you hear me? Hi, I want to call you so much Auntie Ashley, but how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. First of all, I just want to say thank you. I am going to comment on the statue, but shout out to you. You have definitely enhanced my look and my dating life. When me and my friend, we went to Miami, we had a good time, and I used some of your tips, and I got some looks. So I want to say thank you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on the statue?
So I have 2 opinions, and this is the journalist in me. Number one, because with the video that you said about the young lady, honestly, that statue is how women look. You know, when women, a lot of these women are coming on your live today, you're really getting them out of that look and that lifestyle. And for some reason, I don't know why. I know in the 90s, like Salt and Pepper, even in the 2000s, like women took pride in, hey, I have, my eyelashes, my eyeliner, but it's you and I think another lady, y'all are really getting, I hate to say this, black women back into having pride in how they look. I don't know if that's due to remote culture or if that's due to other things that could be linked to depression. But I will say that statue is a realistic depiction on how an average black woman look. And I'm not talking about you and maybe your audience, because I'm a part of your audience. But the women who come on there and you have to elevate us, that's how they will go outside.
Okay. But if we're saying average who comes up on my platform, if I'm being honest, the girls who may need help, I would even say they may have a lash on and a bonnet and some lip gloss. I'm gonna go that far with it. They may even still have a little bit of makeup on and a bonnet. Maybe out of shape, may not be, still working on themselves, but they may have a little bit more. I'm gonna go that far. They may have a little something.
Yeah, I would say they're working on it, but for that artist had that depiction of a black woman, and then you see so many people praising it.
Yeah.
When people come on this platform, we're coming on here for elevation. So I'm telling you, they might not look like that, with the beads in their head and slop on their shirt, but they looking for an enhancement. Now, this is my other opinion. Okay. I would say that is towards the side of, I can see where that's coming from. Now I want to get on the pride and appearance. I will say for black women, we have a history, especially when we go into the workplace, and I work in corporate America, and we always look the best. Even the woman who's working at the administrative assistant, people thought that she was the executive assistant. She wasn't, but she looked her best. Mm-hmm. So I just think that maybe it is due to remote culture that a lot of women, especially black women, I don't think it's, going into our favor, that we have relaxed that look. And we're taking pride and, doing other things, but we're not taking pride in ourselves. And that could be going to that self-care day. That's all I have to say. I see both sides, but I know I come on here for elevation and enhancement.
Fair enough. Thank you, Kamara.
Oh, thank you. Talk to you later.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming up and sharing. Requests to join the live, guys. Like. All right. Like. Yes, well said. Can you guys like the live? Like the live.
Sorry, guys.
Hi, you guys.
Oh, hey, welcome back. How are you?
Ash. Girl, still struggling. I'm literally here working now. Still hustling, though. Like, we're out here trying, Ash. One thing I'm not going to do is give up. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what? You're a part of that. No matter what, whenever I'm feeling like down, I can always come to your live for not only a sense of community, but a sense of inspiration. So definitely appreciate you for that. Appreciate you, Chad. I know I see a lot of regulars in here. Appreciate the community.
Yes. And let me ask you this. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do, Ash. You know I do.
All right. So give us your take on this.
All right. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you're a native you're a native New Yorker, right?
Absolutely. Born and raised.
All right. So as am I. So I just have to say, as a black woman, native, so my family comes from New York. My mom, her mom, born, raised in New York. So now I can get the lady who came up here I can sort of understand her opinion in stating like, this is, how some black women might look. Okay, that's fair. But for that to be the representation of us, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you are a woman, a black woman from New York, we would never. That is not what I would depict as an accurate representation of us. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially as you stated before, as black women, especially raised here in New York, we do take pride in our looks, but we have a certain level of pride within us. Like that's not it, y'all. That's not it.
Yeah, definitely. I would say, definitely would say. If you're from New York, definitely from New York, I thought it was about getting fly, putting them pieces on, putting your little 1-2, knowing how to put it together. I thought, from the New York I remember.
Exactly.
New York I remember.
Listen, growing up in New York, you could come out of the rainbow and still make it work. Still make it work now.
Still make it work.
Okay?
Yes. Yep.
So that's all I have to say, Ash. I could not agree with you more. New York girlies represent. I hope you have a great night, Ash.
Thank you, beauty. Thank you. Wishing you all the best. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Yes. Rainbow is New York City's Fashion Nova. It is. Come on up. Agree or disagree. Come on up. Oh my gosh. Hello, beautiful. How are you, Annie?
Yeah, it's me. It's Anne.
Anne, how are you, Anne? How's everything
I'm
going?
doing
It's been forever.
Literally, I check in every 2.5 million years.
Yes.
Just to say hello.
You look beautiful.
Just kidding. Thank you so much. You too. I like the hair.
Thank you.
I see you.
Thank you.
Miss Ashley.
So tell us, what are your thoughts on the statue? What are your thoughts?
So, I'm so upset. Because, first of all, this really communicates how they see us, that we are these overweight, we don't care about our bodies, our presentation. Leggings, really, in New York? In New York? I feel like the statue does a really poor job of representing real Black femininity. In fact, I think it just depicts us as unhealthy, overweight, combative, literally all the negative stereotypes that you hear online, I see it in that statue. And it doesn't represent me. It doesn't represent the women I know. It definitely doesn't represent Black femininity. And it just, it's gross.
And what
What
parts
you
of that,
think?
what can you point to that doesn't read like feminine to you? What would that be? Just in case someone in the comments, when they're watching this back, what would that be for you?
Well, first, her dressing, in a way, it doesn't highlight her curvature, her hair, even the expression of her face. Like, if you look at the Statue of Liberty or even Mona Lisa or all of these statue-like figures, they all have this very quiet, demure, but intentful expression of femininity, but with strength. Not here. Her facial expression seems more like, I can't believe I have to work another third job. Like, I don't know. It's just giving like struggle. What's wrong with being overweight? A lot. I mean, let's be honest. We have hormonal disruption issues when we have diabetes, high blood pressure. PCOS is attributed to a lot of those things, being obese. So we also don't want to bury our moms and sisters early.
Yeah, that's true.
And are you not overweight too? No, I'm not. I've lost 100 pounds. And I was that statue. And I lost 100 pounds. I got it together because I realized the woman that I want to become and the woman that my man deserves and my child deserves does not carry herself that way.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
What do you think of it? Wait, what do you think?
Oh, I did a whole video about it. You know, I did the video. We started the live. I gave my 2 cents. So now I just want you guys and girls to come up and just give me your feedback on your thoughts and opinions, you know?
How do you think this is going to impact the perception of Black women in America? Do you think it's going to normalize a lot of do you think seeing that women will be like, oh, like this is normal?
Well, I think it's already normalized if they created the sculpture in that image. They created it in that image. That's what they feel our normal is. And all the pushback that we are getting online says that a lot of women feel like, okay, this represents who I am. And who are you ladies or men to say, well, this is not okay. This is not the right look. She shouldn't look this way, X, Y, and Z. So I think this is already the normal for a lot of people.
All right, let me jump off, but I think we need to do better. I thank you for having this conversation. I think I might even talk about it too because it is an important.
Yes, and do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Of course, I will consent to anything you need from me.
All right, darling.
Okay, bye, love.
Bye-bye. Wait. You guys can come up. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not looking for anyone to agree with me. You can come up and give your honest opinion.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi, Soul.
Hi, how are you? It's my first time on.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
So
hold on. Let me ask you this first. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
All right.
So, here's my different opinion to you because I saw your video. It was the first video I saw when I opened the app, and I'll be honest, it hurt my feelings, okay? And I knew that wasn't your intention, and I know that you always try to speak positivity into women, and I listened and I thought about it and I understood where you were coming from, right? So I also did some research, and the reason the statue was implemented is it's actually a temporary exhibition, so it's not going to be there permanently, and it's made to represent the average woman, right? And it's actually supposed to challenge us because sometimes we think that when we go for pictures and for statues, we're supposed to be looking glamorous and we're supposed to have everything done up to the nines. And I agree 100%, but this is not what this is trying to portray. This is trying to just portray someone running for groceries, someone walking to the mailbox. It is the average woman in motion. And that's why I'm saying, if this is the case, why are we so upset about it? Like,
And may I
There's
also ask
beauty
you,
in both.
may I ask you, sorry to interrupt, but may I also ask, what about the average girl who runs to the mailbox or to the grocery store or who has kids and she puts herself together and she's no celebrity, but she enjoys being glamorous as well? What about her? That
I
average
think
girl, you know?
I for sure think that she needs to be represented as well,
Hmm.
100%. But that is not who was being represented, and that's why I'm saying we could respect both. I'm
Hmm.
really hearing some hot takes like she looks disgusting, she's this, she's that, and I'm like, just because she got on a t-shirt and leggings, like who has never worn a t-shirt and leggings before, right? And that's why I'm saying I think as women, and what really hurt me was Anne said that she doesn't look feminine. Feminine is not how you look, it's your spirit. So you could always be feminine, not because I'm not dolled up right now. I'm not wearing an ounce of makeup. You cannot come and challenge my femininity because that's who I am. So it's challenging our concepts of beauty. And there's beauty in both because you look beautiful, Ashley, and I look beautiful, right? We're gonna be beautiful regardless as women. And I think we need to be nicer to each other. Sometimes I'm running out the house to drop my sister at work and I don't look put together. And sometimes I am dressed to the nines.
And
So,
may I also ask you this? Because at the start you said, Ash, it hurt my feelings when you opened the app and you saw the video. So I want to ask, what part of it hurt you? Like, what part of it made you feel like hurt?
so it was basically when you were saying like that she wasn't a representation of women because you were used to women looking a certain way.
Yeah, I
And
said the
the
woman
reason,
I know. That's what I said
right,
for sure. Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
But I'm saying when I open my eyes, I see women express themselves in so many different ways. So how could you? So is it that you don't see me?
No, I said the woman that I know. The women that I know, how they show up in the world, they show up in the world dignified. They show up in the world put together. They put pride in their appearance. That's just the woman that I know.
So you don't
That's
think
not a
that she
specific
put
size,
pride
but
in it?
they have their hair done, they put their makeup on, they put their gloss on, they put their nice shoes on, whatever shoe that is, whatever sneaker that is, whatever outfit that is. That's the way
Right.
I was raised. Hmm.
Okay, but can I also challenge you that someone could do the same? You could still take pride in your appearance if you don't want to put makeup on for the day. It's okay to not wear makeup every day, right?
Yeah, but I didn't just say makeup. I said makeup, outfit, and how they take care of themselves. And makeup doesn't mean a full beat, right? They could have skin tint, they could have gloss, they could have mascara.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean they're caked up. No.
Yeah, but that was the purpose of the statue. It's to challenge our perception because, like I said, we're used to seeing these statues of these momentous occasions and these well posed statues. It's supposed to be this. It's like an unexpected how you know how you call these things where you just take a picture of someone and they're not posing. That's the purpose of it. So I think it was a beautiful installation. This is a real woman. I think that to pose for something like this, you have to be incredibly brave, especially not conforming to, the beauty standards of today. So I applaud the woman who did that. And I appreciate seeing someone who looks like me because I am full figured and not all statues. And I'm not always going to have on my waist trainer and my skims and give myself the hourglass figure. Sometimes I'm going to look like that.
But
And
it's
that's
not only the weight. And I wanna emphasize that because I think everyone's just stuck on the weight. It's all of who she is. I'm not just saying weight. I'm not stopping there. I'm saying how she puts herself together. They could have put a purse in her hand. She could have been in a nice dress. She could have had her chin up and her back straight. She could have had a little bit of lipstick on to represent who we are in the black diaspora. I have half of my family is from the Caribbean. My Caribbean aunties, they put themselves together. They put on a good Michael Kors bag when they left the house. Okay, they did their wash and set. They put on their nice earrings and their nice jewels. That's what I remember. On the other side of my family, they're from the South. They're dignified women. They don't leave the house without makeup, hair done, nails on, no matter what the size they are. So that's what I want to emphasize. It's not that her waistline is not a 20 inches. I'm not saying that. It's all of the things, not just her weight.
Okay. Well, it's both, and that comment was also what was like, oh wow, because when you said I take pride in my 20-inch waist, and I was
I
like,
do.
yes,
I worked hard for this. I
yeah,
get
and
up
you
every day. I go
should.
to the gym for 2 hours. I was on the
That's
Stairmaster for an hour
amazing.
and 40 minutes today.
But
I
I
put in the
also
work. I don't
believe,
eat after 8 o'clock. I don't
I
make
know,
excuses for myself. So when I say these things, it's not to, be vain or try to comfort anyone. No, I take pride in myself. I get up every morning and do it when I don't want to do it.
right,
So
but
that's
can
why I
we
said that.
also agree, because I know
Mm-hmm.
you've said this before, that we can love ourselves both at 20 inches and at 40 inches. And I think this woman was just showing love at 40 inches, and she
Right.
was showing comfort, and that's okay for us to see beauty in the unconventional way. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right, but I don't want y'all to think about it's just about the weight. That's what I keep hearing. The weight, the waistline. It's not just that. I don't even think I mentioned her weight. I just said my 20-inch waist. I didn't say anything about her weight, if I'm being honest.
When you introduced that, and that was like one of your opening lines in the video, it's natural for us to position it against the statue. So yes, you didn't compare it directly, but by mentioning it, that's what came to mind.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So yeah, but I would. Are you doing level up advice later?
Maybe. I'm like, I don't know if y'all want it. I was just saying that earlier. I don't know if y'all want level up advice. After the whole statue thing, I said, I don't know if y'all want it.
I
Yeah.
love the level of advice. I would love
Uh-huh.
to get some, but like I said, I know myself also. I'm gonna give you 9 out of 10 times when I leave the house, but I'm also gonna give you a 5 sometimes.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. All right,
Thank
so thank
you.
you for coming up and giving your opinion, even though it didn't agree with mine. I'm encouraging that. So thank you for coming up.
So, and sorry, someone was asking why I want level up advice. It's because sometimes you just want another opinion. Maybe I could do my hair better. Maybe I could do my makeup better. Because I'm saying that I embrace my beauty at all times.
Mhm.
So I don't know why they're mad at it. I'm not saying I can't be cute with makeup.
No,
Thank
no,
you.
it's fine. It's fine. So have a good night, okay, darling? Thank you so for coming up. It's good that we had someone come up and disagree. You guys, so I'm gonna say this. I'm very passionate about getting in the gym. I'm very passionate about it. And the comments about surgery, they're so tired. I'm just tired of hearing them. I'm tired of hearing them. I keep getting them on Instagram. I posted this video. People keep saying surgery, surgery. I work very hard for my body, very hard. I'm in that gym almost every day for 2 hours on the Stairmaster today for an hour and 40 minutes. So I don't want to hear nothing about surgery. You don't work out. I barely, eat after 8. Listen, I'm strict. And I don't even share my diet because I know a lot of people are just not ready for that. And I know, people are just not that disciplined. So I don't want anyone to ever come up here. This is not to Soul because I don't think she was attacking me. But I want to make it crystal clear. I'm in the gym. So while some of you are running your mouth, I'm working out. So if you're not doing that, if you're not in the gym every day, if you can't keep cookies and cake out your mouth, keep your mouth shut. That's all I want to say. Keep it shut. If you're not on that Stairmaster for an hour and 40 minutes, keep your mouth shut. If you're not hitting the weights after, keep your mouth shut. If you can't stay away from certain foods, keep your mouth shut. Go eat your Chick-fil-A in peace and don't say nothing to me. Just want to make that crystal clear. Yeah, get to the gym tonight. Not tomorrow, tonight. How about that? Thank you, Queenie. Thank you, Peanut. So, So, what is going?
Ashley,
So,
you know I be in the comments. You know I
so.
be in the comments. I'm
Okay,
not
so
looking
you
for
want drama.
drama.
Soul want drama.
No,
Now you saying, girl, you want the drama. What's up, Soul? Tell me what's going on.
I don't want the drama. I was just seeking clarification. It wasn't for you. It was for the previous viewer that said that like the statue wasn't beautiful. So that's why I'm like, what's not beautiful about it? That's a genuine question. I'm genuinely asking. Sorry.
And let me ask you, Souli. Souli, how are you
Mhm.
doing? How's the life?
Soleil.
How are you
Soleil.
doing?
My name is Soleil.
Soleil, excuse me,
Yeah,
sorry. Soleil,
it's okay.
how's everything going, Soleil?
Everything's great, to be honest. I'm in bed, relaxing.
All right. Life is okay. Things are running smoothly.
Life's great. I just graduated.
Oh,
So I just got my
congratulations.
master's in accounting. Thank
Oh,
you.
excuse me,
Yes.
beauty and brains. Did we celebrate?
Yes, we did. We
All
had
right.
our hair done, our makeup done,
I was gonna
our
ask a
girdle
party. I
done.
wasn't even talking about makeup in here. I was like, did you celebrate, have a party
Yes,
with your
we
family?
did.
Okay,
We
okay.
did.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's nice to see you again.
Yes. Thank you. Take care,
hmm
guys.
You're welcome. Bye, honey.
Hold on 1 second, Ashley. Everyone keeps saying, why am I talking about your 20-inch waist? Could you please let them know that you said it in the video and we were just talking about it? I'm not attacking her waist, guys.
But the thing is, I guess it's what we choose to focus on, right? So 100 people can watch a video and someone else may not focus on the 20-inch waist. Someone else may
Right.
focus on the images from Harlem or seeing Diana Ross and Diane Carroll on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about, I guess, what you focused on specifically. Not that you
I
had an
think I
issue.
had a bias, to be honest, because
Mhm.
I saw a video that was really berating the woman. Like most of the videos, I haven't seen one positive video about it, and
Mhm.
most of them were attacking her because of the way she looked. So then when I saw your video as well,
Mhm.
talking about it. So I can admit I'm mature enough to say that I had a bias towards it. So I'm not attacking you. Everyone thinks I'm attacking you. Ashley,
I
I'll be
don't,
in the comments
but I don't feel
all the
attacked.
time.
I'm from New York, okay, born and
hmm
bred. Like I don't feel attacked, honey. No, yeah.
Someone said I need a neck. I have one, honey. I'm just sitting here like this. Yeah. Okay. Good night.
So late. Good night, honey bun. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't feel attacked, babes. And I'm gonna be honest. I did that little video about going out. When I did the whole solo outing and I said I may want to do a party. This be my hesitation right here. For meetups, let's do a girls brunch, Ashley. Ashley, get a section. Ashley, do a party. Because I don't know who like me for real. I don't know who like me for real. And that's, I'm from New York. I ain't got time. I don't. Child, I don't know. Let me just stay in my little corner. Because some people, this is not to Soleil, but some people, even anyone who's a creator here understands no matter how small or large your platform is, you don't know who likes you, who follows you, who just watches you to watch you. I don't know. And that to me is a little unsettling, to imagine to be partying with someone or inviting someone to a brunch and you don't know if they really like you or genuinely want to be around you. I don't know. So that has been my hesitation, if I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not saying it's everyone. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's everyone because I do know people support me. I'm not going to even say that. Yeah. But I would love to do it, but that's my hesitation. That is my hesitation. Next thing you know, someone doing a story time. I done went and got time. Let's see who we have up next. Oh, Glammy.
Yes, darling.
Hello, Glammy.
Thank
Now,
you
Glammy.
very much. Yes, ma'am. Just give me a
Glammy.
minute. I put on my camera for you. Let me get it done. Turn on camera. Boom. Now, Ashley.
Glammy, how are you,
Ashley,
beauty?
I'm good.
Okay,
Ashley.
Glammy, hold on, Glammy. Okay, let me ask you 2 questions before you go. Wait. Do you consent to be on the live and potentially all platforms?
Of course.
Oh! Okay, and what's your take on the statue, Glammy? When you see the statue, what's your opinion?
I saw the statue on your live, on your video, sorry. But Ashley, come on, man. Look at me. Do I look at the statue? Come on, ladies. I look at the statue. They have to dress a statue like me.
Oh! How old are you, Glammy? Tell them how old you are, Glammy.
Comment section, I am 54 years old. Wait, Ashley, give me a minute.
Okay. 54 years old. She said she is
Ashley,
Mr. Representation.
I have to put on this outfit.
Oh, honey, it's sexy.
Listen, I want to show you what I wore on Mother's Day.
Okay. Happy Mother's Day. Okay.
Come to you, darling. Check me out, guys.
Okay. Oh, honey, fly, girl. Hold up now.
The girl can walk in my shoes. Here we go.
Oh, come on now. Denim darling. Oh, sexy girl. Wow.
Girl.
Wow.
Let's hang on.
Okay, there's more. This was her Mother's Day outfit. This was her Mother's Day
outfit, Ashley.
Okay. Oh, Glammy.
Here's the shoes.
Wow. Oh, cute. Those are so cute. A little platform.
And the shoes and the hat is matching the bag.
Wow. So tell us, Glammy, what do you think of this statue? They said, hold on, Glammy. They said the statue represents Black women of the Black diaspora, Caribbean, Southern, Northern, Eastern.
They got to change that, not that. They got to haul and pull up and come again. We don't look like that. Not how we look. Big booty, very small. Come on now. We don't look like that. Chop that down. Chop that way. Ashley, they are not bringing us down. We have to uplift ourselves. We have to love ourselves. So if you ladies out there walking about in a t-shirt and a pair of leggings, take them off. Take them off. Look nice. And Ashley, if they can't get, look at this, ladies. You see this?
I love you, Glammy.
Glad. Ladies. Yes, Ashley.
Glammy, where did you get this from? Come on, show us, Glammy.
Listen, Ashley, let me see this.
Okay.
Watch it.
Okay.
You can put your feet.
Oh.
Up.
Oh.
Up.
Oh.
Up.
Wow.
You see this?
Mm-hmm.
Ashley, you put in your other feet. Mm-hmm. You open your feet.
Oh, okay. So legs and arms you can work. Wow.
This can go on the ground. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you right now.
No excuses. 54.
Yes, my woman.
And we got these young girls complaining.
All right, watch this, guys. Watch this. You can see me?
Yes. I love that Glammy is always trying to demonstrate. Yes.
Put in your both legs. Your leg down flat. 1, 2.
Oh!
See?
Oh! Wow. Okay. That works the inner thigh. Okay, that's good to know. Yes. Oh, okay. Yes, Glams. Oh, that's good. Leg raises. That hits the abs.
Abs, right.
Yes.
So, ladies, if your legs is rubbing, no insult to no one. If your legs is rubbing, you can get one of those. It's called a spider resistant band.
And
They
let
have
me say this also, a spider resistant band. Let me ask you this, Glam. What do you say to the young girls who say, I'm depressed, I have anxiety, I don't feel like working out, it's in my genes, I'm big bone, I can't lose weight? What do you say to them, Glam? How do you stay
get their
motivated?
ass up and do some work. Get your ass up and do some work. Get up. Depressed for what? Ashley, you have your life. You're living. Thank Jesus. Get up and do some work. Look nice. The men go there. You got 40 and 50 women, and you home feeling depressed. Me feeling depressed. Me. Me feeling depressed. Ashley. Me. No way, Ashley. Feeling depressed with a booty like this.
And a body like that? And a waistline like that?
A hair like that? A booby like that? A waist like... Come on! Get up, ladies! Depressed? My legs could go like that? Depressed? My feet could go like that? Depressed? No, baby. I'm enjoying my life.
Hey!
Oh, baby. Hey! Depressed?
Thank you so much, Glammy. Glammy, you always bring so much joy when you come up here. I love your positivity. I love your spirit. You're always happy, always so positive. I appreciate it so much.
You have to be happy. You can't be sad, Ashley, and boobs up in the air, and I look like bum, 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 bum. No way. No way, Ashley. No way. No way, ladies. Ladies, when you're going outside, even if you're going to the store, make sure you look your best.
Amen.
Make sure you look good.
Let me ask you this, Glammy. Even to the supermarket, on the road to work, do you always put yourself together? Always. Because some of the girls say even when they're running out, they don't, they can't. They don't have time. So that's why I'm asking you.
Ashley, don't got time? Myself come first. Ashley, if you're going from here to the next door, make sure you look your best. You know why? You never know who you're going to meet. Come on, ladies. Look at me, look. It might not be mine, but it's mine now because I buy it.
Okay. Oh. Gladys, thank you so much for coming up. Thank you for your positive energy always.
Love you, Ashley. Love the comment section. Actually, I'm going to give them one more. One more, Ashley. Watch it.
Okay.
One more. Let them take this with them. Okay?
Yes.
Ladies, keep yourself active. The reason why, when you get in your 40s, you're going to lose your muscle mass. Actually, the other day I was talking to my cousin. She's a big lady, experienced woman with kids, and when all kids grown and stuff. And she said to me, oh Lord, my back is hurting me. Sometimes if I stand up, I feel like I'm going to fall over. I said, listen to me. You need to find some form of exercise, because when you get a certain age, you lost your muscle mass. So ladies, in the comment section, get your tail in the gym. If you don't want to go in the gym and you feel ashamed of your body, which no woman should feel ashamed of their body. Your body is yours. It's a temple. God give it to us. Take care of it and cherish it. Don't be ashamed of your body. So if you don't want to go in the gym and let people see you, your stomach may be big, don't mind that. Don't mind the stomach big, it covers this. So don't mind that. But but it's good to do some form of exercise, to be truthful. Because Actually, if you put on a car, there's a perfect example. You put it down for 6 months, you haven't drove it, anything like that. But one day you decide you're going to go in the car and you're going to start the car. Comment section, do it start? No. What does it want? Oil. What else does it want? Parts. So our body is like a car. You have to oil it. So you have to keep active. So here we go. This is it for you, actually. Ladies,
Okay.
attention in the comment section. Pay attention. Let me go.
Uh-oh. 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 The moment. Hold on now. The moment. Oh! Round of applause. Baby, let that. Wow. Wow. A headstand. Not a handstand. A headstand. Glammy, love you, baby love. Love you.
Keep looking sweet.
Hey.
Keep looking beautiful. Fuck the haters.
Amen. Amen.
Don't care about haters. We look nice.
Hey.
In the air. The waist is small.
Oh.
The booty bum bum bum.
Oh.
Ashley, the haters will love to look like us. But they
Oh. Oh. Oh.
can't. They can't. They can't.
Hey. Hey. Love you, Glammy. Have a good night, beauty.
Good night, Sugar.
Oh, thank you so much for coming up, Glammy. And for anyone saying anything about her body, that's a natural body. She works hard for that body. She's 54 years old. She doesn't have surgery. I know we're used to seeing hips and no hip dips. We're used to seeing, more butt and a certain butt. No, that's a natural body. It's natural. She gets up every day and works out. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You ain't doing it. So let's not even comment. You're not doing it. She looks amazing for her age. Amazing. And not only does she look good, her spirit. Every time she comes up here, she's in great spirits. I haven't seen her come up here, Ash, I'm going through this. Ash, I feel like this. She always comes up here to encourage you all. You are half her age. You're 10 years younger. You're 20 years younger. And you're facing depression. You have anxiety. You're not feeling your best. If she can do it, there's no reason you can't get up and do it. If she can do it, there's no excuse as to why you can't do it if you're able-bodied. If you have, your basics in order. If you have your 5 senses. I'm going to just say if you have your 5 senses. And even if you don't, there's no excuse. So get up, starting tomorrow, and work on yourself. Not just your body, but mind, body, soul. All things. All right?
Give me 1 second. Hi.
Hi, Eden. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right. Give us your take on the statue tonight.
I don't like that statue. I really hate it. I've been having a lot of conversations about it. But the number one thing I land my plane on is I've actually been listening to some Black women who are super gorgeous, right? And who I look up to, and they say things like, oh, well, I think that the statue is a great idea because it shows like Black women, like who they really are, and maybe they'll make changes. And on one hand, I get where they're coming from, but on the other hand, I'm like, that statue is still unacceptable because, other communities of people have issues, and yet they still present the highest representations of themselves. So my question is, just because we as Black women have our issues and we're working through them, why do we have to put that on display? Why can't we have the highest representation of ourselves, whether that representation is plus size or not? Because it's just like you said, it's like they have a lot of plus size Black women out here, but they will doll themselves up still. A perfect example is the movie Sinners, right? In the movie Sinners, They had that black woman on there. She wasn't skinny. She was very tall and she was plus size. She had a big bust, but oh my God, she was so beautiful. She didn't have no t-shirt on and no big pants in that movie. We just got finished with the Met Gala. None of the black American women at the Met Gala look like that. So I just, why is that acceptable? Why can't we, where are the flowers in the hair? Everybody keeps saying, oh, like y'all being fat phobic. It's not fat phobic. We've been plus size since the 1920s. And our black men have never had a problem with that because we've always carried ourselves with dignity. When black men was going around saying, you's a big fine woman, won't you back that thing up? They wasn't talking about that statue. I don't think they were talking about that statue because our men know who we are. Our men know that we have had a culture of caring about how we look, no matter what we going through, what sides we're at. So, I don't want to ramble too much about it, but that's how I feel. And I'm coming from a place of, after all of like the anger and the outrage, I'm starting to absorb all of the other opinions and I'm starting to understand where everybody's coming from. So I'm calmer now. But I'm just like, that statue got it. It's not okay. And it's not okay for people to feel like they can, put that out there to represent us. I don't look like that statue. You don't look like that statue. My mama don't look like that. So when people say, oh, well, we are the most diverse group in the world. So, no. And I'm so happy you let me up because now I can tell you that I love you and that I respect you so much because you come on and you're about your business. Like, you don't come with no drama. You don't come with no negative energy trying to tell black women that they're failing and stuff. You come there and you say, okay, let's get this work done. Let's see what we can do. Let's see who I can help. And I just came back from getting my brows done. I was watching your live last night. And, I'm about to go to the gym today. And, girl, I wanted a fried chicken plate for lunch so bad. And I'm so proud of myself because I took a step back and I was like, wait, sis, no. It's not that you want the fried chicken. You probably just want omega-3s. You have sardines in your purse. Eat that. Get some brown rice. Get some broccoli so that when you go to the gym, you don't feel heavy. And you can work out for like 2 hours like Ashley.
That's fair. Thank you, Eden. Thank you
You're
so much
welcome.
for your
Thank you so much.
support. I
All right.
appreciate it more than you know, darling.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Bye-bye. Oh, Eden, thank you for coming up, beauty. She said, our black men. Girl, you look good. Won't you back that? Eden. Thank you, gorgeous. Welcome in, everyone. We're talking about the statue. You don't have to agree with me. I'm opening the floor or the platform for people to come up and share their opinions, good, bad, or indifferent. Again, you don't need to agree with me.
I'm at the gym right now. Wait, hold on. Let me save it. Hi.
Hi, darling. Hey, Anya.
Hello. So I wanted to say that I think that.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I wanted to say that I think that it's not that she's a bigger woman because a lot bigger black women in general, I think we have a flair to us, a flamboyance. And I don't feel like most of us look, like tired. I felt like she didn't have a bra on. That's what it looked like. She didn't have a bra on. Even if we're bigger, we don't represent ourselves like that. Another thing though, I think that the fact that we want to always be seen done up is a reflection of what was done to us in the past. I do think that it's a bit of respectability politics. And so that's where our grandparents were like, you put yourself together. You don't go outside looking a mess. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where it comes from. And also Americans in general, used to look better in the 40s and 50s. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I think Americans in general, where I'm out of breath because I'm on stair stepper. Anyway, I think Americans, I think Americans in general, we are a bit lazy when it comes to dressing. You know what I mean? So I think that we all could benefit from dressing better and presenting ourselves better in the world. We're like wearing athleisure to any and everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't, you know, I think we could do better with that. But I do think that Black people want to be seen a certain way because of the prejudiceness that we've felt in the past, you know. But besides that, she's a bigger woman, but I feel like she could have a pop. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of flair on her. It's not just because of her waistline. It's also because, like I said, she looked like she didn't have a bra on. She just, you know what I mean? So that's
She's not put together. She's not
at
put
all.
together is what you're
At
saying.
all. At the very least, wear a bra for this. But that's the only thing. That's the only issue that I saw with it, because a lot of us are chunky. You know what I mean? But even still, nobody dresses in snaps and pops like Black women do.
Hello?
At all.
At
We run
any
the
size.
culture.
How about that?
Yes.
At any size. We know how to put
Exactly.
it together.
Exactly. We run the culture when it comes to that type of thing. So that was just my opinion with that. And also, I need y'all to stop saying that down south they don't dress up. I feel like it's an American thing in general. We've gotten lazy.
Hold on now. Hold on, Anya. I'm have to push back
sorry.
on that.
I feel like a lot of
South
Americans
is a
dress
little
lazy.
bit different.
No, if you listen to how, think about how in Europe, they feel like we dress lazy. They're like, they look at us and they're like, I can tell you're American.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Yes, yes.
That's fair.
So that's the only thing I think. Not Black women, Americans. We can do better with but we're also on the run. We're overworked. We're tired. We're malnutrition. You know what I mean? So I think that's another reason why we're like worn down. You know, and America, as bad as the start was, we have a lot of grit to us. We have a lot of grit. We have work ethic. We're down to earth. So I think that's why our fashion is also kind of lax, So there's both sides to this conversation. You know what I mean? But besides that, yeah, I just think she could at least put a bra on. That's it. Can we have a bra on? But yes, I don't think she really represents the spirit of Black women. But I mean, that's about it. That's about it.
Thank you, Anya. And let me
You're
also
very
say
welcome.
this. Anya has been a part of my 25% club since March. It's a weight loss club that I created back in March. How much weight? Have you lost 20 pounds, Anya? How much? Or
I feel
15?
like I'm at 17 right now.
17. You lost 17 pounds.
Yes.
And we show up every Monday and Wednesday. She has come a long way.
Yes.
A very long way. She's in the gym. She's doing what she needs to do. So y'all can hush. Don't say
Exactly.
nothing about how I'm not working out and not doing what she needs to do.
Thank
So
you.
don't say nothing.
They talking about she out of breath. That's scary. Baby,
Right.
I'm on the tread.
Yes. She's come a long way. She's doing what she needs to do. Yeah.
I'm on the treadmill, baby. Okay.
All right, Anya. Nice to see you, darling.
You too. Bye-bye.
Alrighty. Can we get the likes up? Can we get to 100,000 likes and I'll bring somebody else up? Can we get to 100,000 likes and I'll bring the next person up? Yeah, she's a part of the 25% club. Hey, Carly P. So what's Carly P? Yeah, we've been going since March. We end June 1st. Yeah, I think collectively we all lost over, I want to say 130 pounds. I want to say that 130 or 150 between there collectively. Yeah. And Miss Claire, Carly P. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Yes. Request to join the live. We need to get to 100,000 likes and I'll bring up the next person.
Hey, Ash.
Hi, Leo.
There I am. Hey.
Hi, beauty. Welcome in.
I consent to be on the live in all platforms.
Okay, so give us your take on the statue.
So, y'all gonna be mad. I don't care. It is what it is. I hadn't even seen the statue. All I saw was girls going in on it. It's monstrous. It's fat, black, and nasty. And I was like, what is this? And when I went and saw it, I said, this looks like 5 girls in Walmart right now.
Right. And to be honest, I haven't seen any of these takes you guys are talking about. Like flat back, I didn't hear that. I'm being genuine right now.
No, they were so, the ones I saw were so nasty. I was appalled. I was like, what is this statue? And when I looked at it, I just said, this looks like go to any store. It looks like 5 women in the store right now wearing a t-shirt, whether the woman is plus sized or not, wearing a t-shirt and some leggings. This is what black, white, not Asians, because they always be skinny and they be hip, they be dressed to the T 24/7. But black, white, Mexican, this is what y'all look like. Like, and when I seen the statue, I just said, yeah, this is a representation. We should do better. We should do better because we're not putting on jeans. You always telling the girls, do a little makeup, take off the cross, take off the bonnet. And when
a throw on a maxi dress. What happened? Like, a little dress.
If we want better representation, we have to represent better. Ladies, even if you don't want to take Ashley's tips, put on some jeans and some tennis shoes. Just to switch it up.
A bodysuit, jeans,
it's
a
summer, like you said, a dress. It's summer. Get you a little dress off Shein, little dress out of any little store.
A dress is the easiest thing to wear. You have to think about a blouse and a bottom. A dress, one piece.
That's it.
I ain't got to think about it. Okay, throw it on, go.
Jeans and heels. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying y'all to offend anyone because honestly, the statue looked like me 3 months ago. So I'm putting myself in there too. And when I seen the statue, I said, yeah, I'm going harder on this diet. I'm going harder for my health because realistically, I don't want to look like that. And I've been there. So I'm not coming at any of y'all. Don't feel any type of way. Like I said, I'm also in that category. Before I started watching Ashley, I was out here in t-shirts and leggings. Now every day, if I don't throw on nothing else, I put on some jeans. I said, no, we're going back to wearing jeans. At first it was uncomfortable because we get used to wearing leggings. They just stretch out as we stretch out. They grow with you. Yes, and those jeans hold you accountable. You be like, hold on, maybe I don't need to eat another bite. Maybe I do.
That's so real. That's real. That's real, Leo. That's real.
Y'all could be mad, but it's the truth. You go in any store, you're gonna see 5 women in a t-shirt and some leggings. That's true. Go tomorrow. I promise y'all gonna be like, damn, Leo was right. It is 1, 2.
Yeah. Because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. People can just throw on the legging, throw on the top. It's easy. It's comfortable.
Right. I just feel like let's look at the statue and say we don't want that to be our representation of Black women. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate that this is how they see us. They see us as obese. They see us as not put together. She might as well had a bonnet on. This is how they see us. And if we want the representation to change, we have to decide, you know what? I'm going to put on a little lash, put on my little tinted moisturizer, put on a cute dress with some sandals, and I'm going to step. If we all
and you know what? Speaking of leggings, because I just saw this, they didn't even have her in Lulu. The girls are even wearing, they couldn't put her in Lulu, a Lulu set or some type of matching set.
That was from Walmart.
Not even a matching set, even the TikTok Lulu set. Mm-hmm. The zipper, it's a matching color, a cute shoe, a cute bag. We couldn't even get that.
Because that's how they see us. That's really just how they see us. And it's like, we as a collective, and I know the women you talk to, I like to believe most of us, we've passed this point in our lives. We are throwing on a dress. We are throwing on a heel. Y'all, I'm in pajamas right now. It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, almost put my kids to bed. It is what it is. But during the day, we get hair's done. You know what I'm saying? We get ourselves together. And as long as we continue to do that, we can change the narrative. So the next statue they put up in LA, she can have her press. She can have her natural curls out. She can have even if she's my issue was never that she's plus size. It was, this is how they see us, in a t-shirt and some leggings. Maybe next time she'll have on a nice sundress with a little pump, even if it's just a little kitten heel.
And her little brassiere. Can she get a bra?
Right.
And with her, her chin up and her back straight.
Exactly.
And she's proud.
Exuding confidence.
Yes.
So that's my take.
Thank you, Leo. Nice to see you, beauty.
Thanks, Ash. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you, Leo. Thank you for coming up and sharing. Mm-hmm. That's so crazy. Here's the thing, too. You guys can always test it out. I don't care who you are. You can always test it out. No matter your size, no matter your weight, no matter your skin color. Okay? You can always test it out. You can leave the house with a bonnet on, hair undone. When I say undone, I don't mean a certain texture. I just mean undone. You could be bald, curly, straight, colorful wig, clipping, sewing, gluing, no clipping, natural, wherever you stand, pony. You can go out undone, throwing something on, nothing on your face, nothing, you just no thought. Roll out of bed and walk outside. You could test it out and see how you're treated versus when you put a little bit of effort into yourself. And then come back and let us know how it goes. Again, it doesn't matter your size. It doesn't matter your hair texture, your skin color, whatever. Go outside, unkempt, and then the next day go outside and put yourself together and tell me the responses. Forget Lulu. I said TikTok Lulu, fake Lulu, real Lulu, whoever. A set. Y'all know what I mean.
I didn't think you'd add me. Hi.
We can't see you.
Oh, you was just talking about bonnets, and here I do get on here with a bonnet. Hi.
Tasia. We
I
can't
didn't
even
think.
take the headscarf off. You got to have a hairstyle under there.
Okay.
Girl, this going on YouTube, Instagram, the World Wide Web. Come on, girl.
I'm scared now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect.
I'm scared now.
All right. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't really have any questions though. I just really like your content. I do agree with like telling people, we gotta get ourselves together before we go outside because, first impressions and everything like that. I love that. I really just I didn't think I would come on, but I love that. I love, telling us instead of we get on this TikTok and see so much negativity in regards to it, and you just be like you were just saying, look at the difference. Try it yourself. Look at the difference, as opposed to just saying, y'all ghetto for doing this. You're like, no, give it a chance. Look at the difference, and I love that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Tasia. Thank you for coming up, and you look beautiful without the headscarf when you on live. Okay. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All righty.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi there, Eris. Welcome in.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right. Give us your take on the statue.
The take is definitely the perspective of the New Yorkers. The transplants. Tell me I'm lying.
The transplants, okay.
No, I'm lying though. Like it's not the perception of New Yorkers that have been there, that have lived there, that are the culture. That's coming from the culture that's trying to be rewritten. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay.
So that's from the viewpoint of those that may see us in such a struggling way.
Okay. So you're saying maybe people who moved to New York from the South, from South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, California, Iowa, Tennessee.
Yes. It comes from a place of struggle and not from a place of like real culture. We come with all types of artsiness, all types of how can I explain it? I can remember as young as maybe being 4 or 5 years old, and my mother, who was an original New Yorker, nails done, hair done, gold chains, walking through the streets of Brooklyn.
The French roll with the come on,
yes.
gold.
Remember the shortcuts?
Yes.
The asymmetrical. Those are the type of cuts that my mother used to wear.
Washing sets.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's a new day.
It is. It really is. And the statue, she looks like she looks tired. She looks tired. She looks worn down. And I felt like that particular view was deliberately chosen. Everything is done with intention. Everything is done with intention.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Everything is done with intention. You could have chose the fly mommy with the fur. Come on, let's take it back before I was born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was a big thing with furs and fashion.
During the Harlem Renaissance. They could have picked a woman from the Harlem Renaissance.
Exactly.
Yes.
Come on, that's a big thing. I'm really right over the bridge, and before I ever step foot into New York, I'm not looking like this. I don't look nothing like this. Braids retouched, nails done to a T. Toes, if my toes is out, my toes are done. Makeup to the gods, beat to the gods. You know what I mean? Like this is me ripping and running, coming from work, going to a second job, taking care of stuff. That's how the statue look. But to put it in such a public place, even that bull, where's that bull on Wall Street? Even the bull don't look like that. He looks fierce. He looks strong.
You know what? Goodbye, girl. You gotta go. You did not set a bull on Wall Street. I'm done.
The bull doesn't look like,
I'm done.
Let's be honest. The bull doesn't look like a regular bull. The bull looks like that bull has trained. That bull is ready to fight. It's giving strength. I'm strong. For you to give such a perception for an animal and not a human being says a lot.
Right. Or even the Statue of Liberty,
Yeah. Even she has some level of decorum. But that's another story for another time.
Thank you, the heiress. Thank you for coming up and sharing.
Of course, Ashley, I love your page. You're doing your thing. Very beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful. Have a good night.
You
Bye-bye. The bull on Wall Street. I'm done. Can we get the likes up and I'll bring someone else up? Can we get the likes up, you guys? Can we get to 50,000 likes? Can we get to 50,000 likes? If you disagree, you can always come up. If you disagree, you can come up. If you disagree, feel free to come up. Hi, beauty. Welcome in.
How are you again, Miss Ashley?
I'm good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
I do. I had a question for you. So as I'm leveling up, I wanted to know your protocol.
Hold on, Caddy. Hold on, beauty. We talking about the statue tonight. What's your take on the statue?
On the what?
The statue.
I ain't even gonna lie, girl. I got 4 kids. What is the statue? I've been running around trying to get them quiet for this live. I'm sorry.
The statue in Times Square.
Oh, yes. I saw that. I saw that you posted. I was at work scrolling when I wasn't supposed to be, and you felt seen and represented. So I want to say, as somebody who I used to be like 290 pounds, I had to work my way down. It's good to see myself celebrate. It wasn't me, but it's good to see somebody who looked like me. I'll just say it like that. I'll keep it nice and clean. I can get into some other stuff, but I'm going to stay positive today.
Okay, fair enough, Caddy.
I talked to you like 3-4 months ago. So that's why I'm like, every now and then I'm going to pop in because I really got a question. But I thank you for your time and everything you do. And we love you, everything about you. You're definitely something we aspire to be just because you're so settled in who you are. So I thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ashley.
Thank you, Kat. Have a
Bye,
blessed
y'all.
night,
Be nice.
darling.
All right,
Bye.
Okay, I'm back.
Tanaka.
Hi, can you hear me? Because I went and put in my headphone because I think it was the speaker. But can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. There's no feedback. And let me ask you this first. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. So give us your take on the statue.
So first and foremost, I just want to say, Ash, I love you, like for real. I've actually been up here one time, actually on YouTube back in 2023. I don't know if you remember me or not, but it was a while ago. And like I didn't like have a stable home and stuff like that. But I do just want to update you. I am in my apartment. This is actually like my second apartment since that time.
Wow, congratulations.
So, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's crazy because at that time you were doing level up advice, but you were like, oh girl, I can't give you level up advice if you don't level up that house. So I was like, okay. So I went, I'm in my apartment now. I'm living good.
Wait, were you sitting across, I could be wrong, but were you sitting in front of a wall at the time of the live?
Yes, like I was sitting on the bed and there was like a headboard behind me. I don't know. Yeah, I had like a scarf or something.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, but anyways.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Thank you so much. Yes, but so I just want to preface this by saying like I don't understand why people are like attacking you or maybe like saying certain things in the comments because honestly I felt like you kept it real cute when you talked about the topic because the first time that I heard about this instance, the girl was saying something about a monster, like the person looked like a monster or just like looked nasty and all these different things. And I was like, okay, let me go check out what this statue is looking like, right? One thing I want to say about you, Ash, like whenever even a plus size woman, if she comes up here, she wants to level up, and obviously a topic is weight, right? Even I'm talking as a plus size girl myself. You never tell them, hey, wait until you lose weight to start dressing up, doing your nails, presenting yourself in a good way when you go out in public. So, I really don't think it's a focus on the weight. But even when we think about like black women, even curvy black women, even if you think like if you grew up in the church and you had like those curvy older women that sat in the front, they had their hats on, they dress down. They dress down. And I feel like that statue, it kind of gave off like it kind of gave off like angry black woman. I don't know if that's wrong to say or if that's a stretch, but even like the way that she was standing, her facial expressions, like everything, it just wasn't a proper representation. Like, okay, we can leave the body type alone because like, okay, maybe most black women or whatever the case is, that's the average body type. It's really not about that. Her Again, like y'all had mentioned before, she didn't really have on a bra. She had her arms like this on the side of her, like again, like she's tired. It wasn't really like a feminine pose. She wasn't standing up straight. She could have smiled. They could have done a pose of her like laughing. Even if you even have pictures of women or black
Laughing. I
women
like that.
black women who do have their hands on their hips, but maybe they're, maybe leaned over a little bit, laughing, expressing themselves in a beautiful way. But she was kind of just stood there real stiff, like, waiting in line at the store or something. And
Hmm.
I just don't think that really wasn't a good representation. But I feel like people again are weighing it too much on like other things that are still important. I'm not gonna say it's not important. It is, but this is so much deeper than just the look. Like this is so much deeper than just the look, which takes me back to what I was mentioning about the whole angry black woman thing, which I think just think about it. But yeah, that's my take. That's my take.
Thank you, Tanaka. Thank you for
Yes.
coming up and sharing, and congratulations
Thank you so
on
much.
your new place, on
Thank
leveling up
you.
your
I'm gonna
life.
come back for that level up your lifestyle.
Okay,
Yeah.
darling. Have a
Yes.
good
Thank you.
night. Thank you, Tanaka, for coming up. Yes, I'm happy we have different takes. And Queenie, I saw your comment. Queenie, definitely, I will have you help. Okay, when we do the event, I will definitely have you help because, child, okay, child.